Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the message that the Lord God hath given unto me to give unto you, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. And that's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verses 6. But also, the Lord God told us, I'm going to send Elijah to you before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he should turn the hearts of the children back to the fathers' heart back to the children. He said, come and strike the earth with a curse. So we know that one of the curses came about, but there could be many more. Okay? Jesus told you it's not going to get better, it's going to get worse. Okay, of course, you know I have dreams for you. And man, these dreams was coming, but I couldn't remember them all, man. During the time of rest, you be resting, man, especially on Friday night. Nothing like rest on a Sabbath day. Boy, that's some good rest. Woo, then you be dreaming at the same time, and then your spirit, your spirit is different. I mean, it's the same all the way, but just like on the Sabbath, it's like you could um feel feel like the celebration is going on, as they say. Well, anyway, so I have two dreams. One dream I had a dream this morning, and I was in this hallway, and on the one side they had the doors, on the other side they had none but the window pane, like they have the glasses in the windows. And so how the dream opened, I'm in the bedroom. So I'm in the bedroom as far as I know. I'm in the bedroom. And so I'm in the bedroom. So now I'm getting ready for the I want to use the toilet, as they say. I want to use the toilet to relieve myself. But they had this other man came in there, one of Esau, I mean not Esau, one of Israel children came in there, and so I said, man, I can't relieve myself with him because the way the stalls was made, it didn't have no door on that. They just had the little side piece on the stall, and right across from the stall was the urinal. So 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 I used the urinal. Instead of using the stall, I used the urinal. So while I'm using the urinal, the young man, he's in there, he's brushing his teeth. He's washing his mouth out. So as he washed his mouth out, I said, man, I can't use that. And so I go wash my hands and everything. So as I'm washing my hands, he using the urinal. When he finished using the urinal, he go sit down in the stall like I was leaving him. So I get up, I wash my hands and stuff. So I get out there. So I go sit. Next thing I'm sitting on a bench between two friends of mine. They're a little older than me, So I'm sitting between them. So as I'm sitting between them, man, so one of my friends, so we sitting far apart, man. I had to see how that spacing is now, so we was keeping up with that spacing thing. But so my friend on the right, so I'm telling him, I said, man, I sure my breath is not stinking, just like I said. So as he leaned over to me, I said, man, I sure my breath is not stinking. So as he leaned back and pulled back a little bit, so I look on the floor by his feet, and they have Listerine mouthwash. But that's where it reads Listerine. And so it was the blue type. So, they have different type, but this type was blue. And so as I looked at that, so I get up from there. So I start walking back to the bathroom because remember I wants to use the stall to relieve myself. But as I get to the stall, I look on the left side out the window and they have these horses, three horses. And one horse looked like a red horse. He saddled up and everything, but I'm not talking about a deep red horse, the kind of red horse. They have a little brown pit in it, but it's not brown. It have that reddish brown look to it. And then they have two other horses beside. I don't see the other two horses, I just see that one horse. And he saddled up and everything. Yeah, so then I wake up from that dream. Okay. So I had a dream about me and one of my sisters. And my younger sister, she stays in the Maryland, D.C. area, Virginia area like that. So I myself we was speaking, we was talking. Now I heard the whole conversation, but it asked me to remember what was said in the conversation. I can't remember all what was said in the conversation. And we were speaking through windows. Yeah, she was on one side of the window, I was on the other side when the window was half closed and we were speaking. So after we finished speaking, I tell her, well, I tell her bye. Yeah, I was uh yeah, we was on the phone talking to my sister, waiting on a phone call, and I can't come in because we both had to go. So that's how it was. So she was on one side on the phone, I was on the other side of the phone. I'm watching her, she watching me, and everything. But we couldn't get to each other because we both of us waiting on a phone call to come in. Then the phone call came in. Then then I then we hung up, and then we left. So that was a dream, correct? So man, this next dream, see, the owner dragged this woman out. This owner dragged this woman out. This man moved next to this woman in a computer. I can't, cause you know how I told you, say when you dream, you gotta write down something like you're not gonna be. But we was in this office type setting. So as we was in this office type setting, man, this owner, he just dragged this woman out. He really dragging her out, and she just hollering and fussing and complaining. And just dragging her out because she was a whistleblower. And so as he dragged her out, so this man, he's next to the woman, and she's on a typewriter next to the booth. So he slides up next to her in the chair. You know how they have the chairs that roll. And so he leaves out his computer, out his booth. It's really not a booth. He just had a partition between them. So he just rolls next to her. And as he rolls next to the woman who is next to the computer, she said, don't you see it is wrong? Don't you see what is wrong with this picture? She said, don't mess it up for me. You see, I finally got a job making money that I am pleased with. Don't mess it up for me. So the man and woman, so they know, all of them in the office, they know exactly what's going on. Now, in a dream, I don't know what's actually going on, but they want to blow the whistle. They want to become whistleblower. Well, the man and the woman that the owner was dragging out, they want to become whistleblowers and tell everybody what's going on. But the woman at the computer next to the man said, man, don't you see these pictures? Don't you see what's going on with here? And she at the computer now. She's sitting at the computer now. All her fingernails painted black. She got on her black outfit, got on her black weaves. She saw one, but I'm just telling you, she got on her black uh, hair made up, and oh man, she got on her makeup and everything. She all black, and she tell the man, as the man is right, oh, don't mess it up for me. I finally got that. She said, finally got a job making the type of money that I'm pleased with. And don't mess it up for me, because it was a choice. Either you can tell the truth or continue on making this money. That's what she was choosing to do. But we know that no matter what you do, no matter how you try to prevent that was supposed to be coming out, you can't stop it, because God will make truth press to the ground, will rise again. And the arc of justice, the arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. So, you got to know these things. So, man can't hide these things, man. Sooner or later, the truth gonna come out. What's truly happened, what's truly going on. Lord God already showed me. I already told you, but you haven't put it together yet, because it took me a while. Because I don't. When you go to the book of Daniel, and so what Daniel did, one of our fathers, Daniel did, Daniel took down and wrote down his dreams. And once he had written down his dream, then he goes back and interpret the dream, if the Lord permit. Now, some dreams he couldn't interpret. So we know that because Michael had came to an archangel. Michael had came to him. So we know there's some dreams that you can't interpret. So what I do is I don't try to interpret a dream. I just wait if the Lord God want me to interpret a dream right then and there, he makes it known, and they have it such a way that I can't help but interpret the dream right then and there. But other dreams, I just wait for them to come to pass, and they shall come to pass. All right, because like I told you about the dream about I seen this CERN. It was just like I'll tell you a dream, tell you again if I can remember. It was like man, a smokestack. That was like, how somebody be burning stuff and stuff, But this one was like a smokestack laid on that side. And they had a covering on it. And every now and then they'd open up the cover and let so much of whatever they was doing come out. But like I told you, said, but this time the cover had broken and was bent. And they couldn't stop what was coming out from coming out. And so, just like if they have what they are doing, they want to take control of everything. And so they probably have some chemical formula or something that they let so much out at a time and close it back up so people won't be suspected, because you let too much out, then people gonna start asking questions. Too many people gonna get sick at one time, too many people gonna die at one time, and then they're gonna be exposed. So that's what you have to understand. These things are happening. Don't underestimate Satan. Man, Satan is wicked. And whoever chooses this way is going to be in that wickedness and be just as dark as he is. So, I told you about the dream. So those people there, people interpret dreams. They tell them the dream, they interpret it right off the bat. So anyway, so that was that dream. So the next dream I had, man, this dream here. This dream I had, Sabbath, it was Sabbath day I had this dream. The reason why I didn't have the dream today, because sometimes your body just be so tired and worn, and then dreams become you don't remember. And sometimes you ask the Lord God to reveal these dreams to you, and sometimes you don't let them come back to you. Sometimes you let them come back because eventually that you're going to have a dream like that again. You might have the same dream 3 times before it comes to pass, but be in 3 different forms, and sometimes be the same dream. But anyway, so this dream here, I'm gonna read the dream, then I'll go back over. I was I was waiting in the line on a car to move. I was with my daughter and her son. The woman behind me in the line bumped me in the back with her car. So I just looked and turned my head back around. And she did it again, but this time with a little intensity. So I said, okay, I'm going to call the police. So I stopped the woman from running away. So I take out the phone. I take out the phone. A man pull up with all types of, take out for a man pulling up with all types of apps, but the number seem, I can't read. I'm in this line, like everybody in the call line. So then I'm in the call line, but I got calls in front of me and calls behind me, but I'm standing up. I'm not in the car, I'm standing up. So the woman behind me, she bumps me. So when she bumped me, like a bump tells me to move up, go up a little here. And so as she bumped me, so I turned back around, and they had calls in front of me. I said, you gotta be patient, got somebody in front of me, something like that. And so when I turn my head back around, so now she does it again, but she does it with a intensity. And man, when she does, I jerks. So when I'm jerking everything, I say, well, now I'm gonna call the police on you. And so so I pull out the phone, the cell phone. But before I pull out the cell phone, they have this man in the truck. He's in the truck with a kid. And so I tell him, call the police for me. And he said, I can't call the police for you, but I'll give you the number. Just like that, I'll write down the number for you. That was he said. So I take my phone out. And so when I take out my phone, all I'm pulling up was apps. I mean apps. Keep on, all I'm doing is pulling up apps. I can't see the apps and what they are, but I know they're apps the way they line up. And then and I asked the white man in the truck, like I said, I asked him to dial the police for me. He said, no, I'll give you the number, but I won't call them for you. So the next scene, so I'm in the hallway. Next scene, I'm in the hallway with my daughter and her son and the woman. But for some reason, I think I'm in Indiana, Gary, Indiana. I don't know, don't understand, but that's what it feels like in the dream, that I'm in Gary, Indiana. So I go out the door. So I ask this young black man, young Israel, come passing by me, And I say, can you help me? I say, I need you to call the police. And he just point blank say, no, just like that, and kept walking. I mean, he didn't hesitate, he didn't say nothing, he said no. So I'm still looking around, and all I can do is still trying to get on my phone, and all I'm doing is pulling up apps. I don't know numbers, like the number board comes up for you dial a number, or other numbers come up where you distant screen, or none of that. All is just apps on this little black phone. So so after that happened, so I'm still trying to get up. So I get back, and next thing I'm back in the hallway with my daughter and talking with the woman. And I know, so I know I have. I told her, I know. I said it's not that. I said you and aggravated. I have back troubles already. You just aggravated that and made it worse. So next thing, she goes into this bag, and like these women had these big old bags they carry now everything with them. So it was a bag lady, and she pulled out this canister and she just throws this canister. And when she throws the canister, it smoked, how the canister don't tell me they smoke a long time. But it wasn't like that. She threw out a canister and just a little smoke came out this canister. So when the little smoke came out, next we are back in ancient Egypt. That's right. When she throw that smoke out the canister, the canister down, smokes a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm back in ancient. We are back in ancient Egypt. She runs off, and all you see these men. It was men. They was dressed up in those little, I don't know what they call them, but with the no legs and look like a little skirt on them. That's how they was dressed with the head dress on. That's how it looked. That's how we wasn't. They was in fine raiment, silver light and stuff like that. And so she runs away. I see these men dressed up in Egyptian attire. I go out the front door, as the man said, they delivered with a fork. That's what he said. He was in the same attire. He said, yes, they delivered and with a fork in his hand and pick and look like for, how they have the old hair pick. I use it too because my hair, I know you see me with my hair and everything. My hair is not locked up. When you go to the book of Ezekiel, and Ezekiel tells you about the servant of the Lord, they are not allowed to they're allowed to have hair, but the hair doesn't supposed to lock up. And you can't cut it or nothing. No, you can't cut it. No, you can't cut it. And you're not allowed to lock up because you're a servant of the Lord. Go read in the book of Ezekiel. That's where it's at. So, but anyway, so when I get out the front door, so the man, as soon as I get out the door, this man say, "Oh, they delivered," and he has on a Egyptian attire and everything like that, and he have a pick like what you pick your hair with. And then I wake up from that dream. Man. All right. So usually I wasn't gonna tell you that dream. No, I wasn't gonna tell you the dream. Nope. But then the Lord God, I started thinking about the dream. I started pondering on the dream. Man, when I did that, then the Lord God revealed it to me. Yes, I want to reveal it to you right now. So as I was waiting in the call line, like I told you, I was waiting in the call line. So we're waiting on something to happen. And something to happen that the woman hit me in the back with the car. So something gonna happen to take us back. That's right. It's gonna hurt too. It's gonna be painful, and it's gonna take you all the way back. That's right. And it's not gonna just happen to you. It's gonna happen to your children and your children's children. Yeah, something that's gonna happen in the past. So, and as we was in the hallway waiting and everything, and I asked the man, and I asked a young man that, and I was putting up the apps for the call the police. Couldn't call them. No, they had complete control over the cell phones, over the people and everything. So you ain't gonna be able to call nobody for help. I'm telling you, that's how they had the cell phone, and they had complete control over the cell phone. This is the dream. They explain to you. Sometimes you go to somebody else, they gonna explain it better than that to you. But I'm just telling you how the Lord God has given it unto me. And so they had complete control over the cell phone. You couldn't call out. All you had was the apps, and on these apps was like I told you, you can. You can order food off the apps. That's what you're allowed to order foods and different things off the app, but you're not gonna be able to call the authorities because they're gonna be blocked from you. You're not gonna be able to call nobody, no authorities. Now all you're gonna be able to do is 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 go on that phone and buy food. The rest of the stuff you ain't gonna be able to do because they got everything else blocked. They have complete control over everything now. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what that means. And so when I went, and so when I was waiting in the hallway with like I said, my daughter, my child, and next thing you know, woman, witchcraft, sorcery, and was back in slavery, which was in Egypt. Slaves. That's right. They had complete control over everything. Complete control over, and they had complete control over the food and everything. Man, boy, the Lord showed me that. So I started thinking about that. Just like right now today with stuff, the things that this virus and all these things, now with these children was coming up there. These people are in complete control over everything. Think about it. And then when I started thinking about it, I said, man, if the cell phone, they in control of the cell phone, how am I going to communicate with my daughters now? And they don't live in, I'm in New Orleans, I'm in Louisiana. No, they scattered out all over. So how am I going to get in contact with them if I don't use the cell? How are you going to get in contact with your people if you don't have the cell phone and Facebooks and all that thing? So how would you get in contact with them? You gotta think about it because that's what's coming next. Oh yeah, they have control over everything, man. Everything. And I thought about that because usually, that's how it started off. You didn't have no control. You couldn't call your people, so you had a telephone. So your telephone, first you had mail. Mail out their letter, get in contact, takes a little while. And then next thing, now I'm talking about the public, the army and all them people, they always had telegraphs and different things of that nature, which we had too, but not on such a large scale. Not on such a large and personal scale. And so the Lord God just brought me out there and said, they have complete control. So let's go there this morning. Oh man. Shoot. Let's see if I can get it. If I can't get it, then I'm just gonna be stuck out. Oh, wait a minute. You gotta hold up for a second. Hold on. I'm not starting this video over again because my mouse dropped. Not doing it, not doing it, not doing it. Not doing it. Because this video is too important. Yeah, because that's but the devil, man. You gotta understand Satan, man. Satan, man. His time is short, and I just can reveal to you what their plans are. Yeah, man, I was listening to 700 Club. Pat, I think it's Pat Roberts, 700 Club, and had this man talking about the NSA and how they listen to all your conversation on your cell phone, on the internet, and if they don't listen to it right now, like in progress, they log it and listen to it to some other time. So, man, these people got complete control. But that's the prophecy, man. You got. Let's see. Before I go to all that, let's go to, I think it's Isaiah chapter 30. I have read this to you before. Isaiah chapter 30. I don't remember what it's about anyway, but I want to read it to you anyway. I read it to you anyway. Because, I mean, let's say chapter 30. Woe to the rebellious children that say the Lord, that take counsel but not of me. In Isaiah chapter 30. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may be heirs sin to sin. They walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore should the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For the princes were as Zoe, and his ambassador came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help for a non-profit, but ashamed and also a reproach. I'll repeat that. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be in help nor profit, but ashamed and also reproach. The burden of the beasts of the south, into the land troubled angels, from whence come the young and old lion, the viper and fear flying serpent. They will carry their riches upon their shoulders of young asses, their treasure upon the bunches of camels, to a people that should not profit them. For the Egyptians should help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note in a book, that they may be for the time to come, forever and ever. This is a rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord, will say to the seer, see not, and the prophet, prophesy not unto us right thing. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, and cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness instead thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in the high walls, whose breaking comes suddenly and an instant. Suddenly and at an instant. He shall break it in breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there should not be found in the bursting of a shard to take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal out of the pit. For thus said the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved, in quietness and confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not. But you say, no, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee. And we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they pursue you, be swift. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one, the rebuke of 5 shall ye flee, till you be left as a beacon upon the top of a mountain, as an ensign on an hill. And therefore will the Lord wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. They shall weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer thee. And though the Lord give you bread of adversity, repeat that. Though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and water of affliction, yet shall not your teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk you in it, when you turn to the right hand or when you turn to the left. You shall defile also the covering of the graven images of silver, and the ornaments of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a ministress cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, get thee hence. Then shall he give you the rain of thy seed, and thou shalt sow the ground withal, the bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. And a day shall the cattle feed in the Lord's pasture. The oxen likewise, and the young asses that ear the ground shall eat up clean provender, which have been renowned with the shovel and with the fame. That's Isaiah chapter 24. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 24. And there shall be upon every high mountain, upon every high hill, rivers and streams of water in the day of the great slaughter, when the towers fall. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold. And the light of 7 days in the day that the Lord bind up the breach of his people, and heal the stroke of their wound. I got to repeat that to you. Yeah, because well, you know, when you're dreaming and stuff, the Lord God send you scriptures too at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. Moreover, the light of the moon should be as the light of the sun. The light of the sun should be sevenfold. And the light of 7 days as the light of 7 days. And they, the Lord, binding up the breach of his people and healing the strokes of their wounds. So, man, that right there tell you Yeah, yeah. Well, it tell you what gonna be the circumstances and what's gonna be going on when the Lord God come and get us. Come on, man. That's what they're telling you. Behold, the name of the Lord comes from far, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, the tongue of devouring fire, and his breath as an overflowing stream shall reach the midst of the neck to sift the nation with the sieve of vanity, and there should be a bridle in the jaw of the people, causing them to err. And that's going on right now. Yeah, and in his breath, an overflowing stream shall reach the midst of the neck to sift the nation with the sieve of vanity, and there should be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. Come on, man. They shall have a song, as in the night when the holy solemnity is kept, the gladness of the heart, and when one goeth with a pipe to come into the mountain of the Lord, to the mighty one of Israel. And the Lord shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and they shall show the lightning down of his arm, and with the indignation of his anger, and with the flame of a devouring fire, with the scattering and tempest and hailstones. So all this going to be going on, man, when the Lord comes. It's the great and dreadful day of the Lord. So let me stop right there. So when you go to Malachi chapter 4, verse 6, man, it tells you, I want to send Elijah for the great and I want to send Elijah to you before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And should turn the hearts of the children back to the father, father the hearts back to the children, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse. So come on, man. So this curse is the great and dreadful day of the Lord, man. And that's what this talking about, how it's going to be when the Lord come back to get us, forget Israel and bring Israel back to the land that was covenanted unto them, the land that was promised unto them. For though the voice of the Lord shall the Assyrian be beaten down, with smoke would arise, in every place where the grounded staff shall pass, which the Lord shall lay upon him. It shall be with the tabrets and harps, and the battle is shaken when he fight with it. Earthquake. For the tapper is ordained of old, yea, for the king it is prepared. He had made it deep and large, the power thereof is fire and much wood, and the breath of the Lord like a stream of brimstone do kindle it. So man, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot to that, Oh yeah, because that's their plan. Oh man, the plan was to get rid of the poor secretly, and they have done that. Yeah, they have done it. They've taken complete control. Yeah, they have. But that was that dream about, telling that they're in control of everything now. Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue on then. Let's go to the prophecy. The prophecy. This is in the book of this book is banned by the Bible, and they had the book of Enoch, Jubilee, and Hashib. But go online here, go online, get on the apps and get it. You can do all that. But this is the book of Jubilees. In the book of Jubilees, going to chapter 14. Book of Jubilees, chapter 14. And we're going down to, oh man, we started at chapter 14. After these things, the 4th year of this week, on the new moon of the 3rd month, the word of the Lord came to Abram, they don't say Abraham, came to Abram in a dream, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am as your defender, and your reward will be very great. He said, Lord, what will you give me, seeing I am go from here childless, and the son of what, Maxquik, the son of my handmaid Eleazar of Damascus. He will be my heir. To me you have given no offspring. He said to him, This man will not be your heir, but one that will come out of your own bowels, he will be your heir. And he brought him out abroad and said to him, Look towards the heaven and number the stars if you are able to number them. And he looked towards the heaven, behold the stars, and he said to them, So shall your offspring be. And he believed in the Lord, and he was counted to him as righteousness. God said to him, I am the Lord that brought you out of Ur and out of the Chaldees to give you the land of the Canaanites to possess it forever. Now, you know, if you go back to Shem, you know that this is already our land. Forever. And I will be and I will be God to you and to your offspring after you. He said, Lord, Lord, how should I know that I shall inherit it? God said to him, take me a heifer of 3 years, and a goat of 3 years, and a sheep of 3 years, and a turtle dove and a pigeon. Now, all these 3 years. And he took all these in the middle of the month and dwelt at the oak of Mamre. They said Mamre, M-A-M-R-E, Mamre, which is near Hebron. Now I can pronounce that. He built an altar there and sacrificed all these. He poured their blood on the altar, divided them in half, and laid them over against each other. But the birds he did not divide. Birds came down on a piece, and Abram drove them away and did not permit the birds to touch them. It happened when the sun had set that an ecstasy fell on Abram. I read this to you before. And such a heart of a great darkness fell on him. And it was said to Abram, know of surety that your offspring shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and they shall be brought into bondage and afflict 400 years. That's the prophecy. Now, you know any other people that have been in bondage for 400 years? You know any other people that came over here on slave ship? And we're scattered throughout all the world. And so that's what's going on. I told you, man, the consummation is going on. The 144,000 are being collected. After the end of this year, it's not too much longer now. They're going to be collected, boy, when they get collected. Woo, woo. Oh, the nation also whom they will be in bondage will I judge. See that? I know. I told the Lord God showed it to me. It said, the nation also to whom they were in bondage will I judge. And after they shall come out from that place where they were with many possessions. Yeah, they come out that place with many possessions. Now we see, I will go to your father in peace and be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall return here, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And he awoke from sleep and rose, and the sun set, and there was a flame, and a furnace was smoke, and a flame of fire passed between the pieces. On that day the Lord made a covenant of Aaron, saying, to your offspring will I give the land from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river of Euphrates, the Canaanites, the Canazzites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Rephaims, the Pokerites, let's say Pokerites, the Hephites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Gertites, and the Jezebites. The day passed, and Abraham offered the priests of the bird, and the food offering, and their drink offering, and the fire devoured. On that day, we made a covenant with Abraham, and to say, in the same way we had made covenant with Noah in the month of Abram, renewed the festival and the laws forever. So then he go on to other things. So we know that prophecy there has been fulfilled. All right. So, I mean, all I can do is tell you that the Lord God has given it to me. Lord God, man, you notice the many prophecies that have been fulfilled. That's not too many. I mean, Lord God cannot come at any time. I can tell you that now. He cannot come out at any time. So when those pastors and preachers say, well, ooh, the Lord can break the clouds and come at any time. Well, you tell them, say, see that man Elijah? He call you a damn lie. And tell him just like that. Say, that man call you a damn lie. And tell him whoever it is, the Jakes, the Osteen, the Myers, the Evans, the Stones, the Grahams, the Franklins, the Barnards. I can go on, the Richardsons. Go on the Martins, tell them all. Tell them all. I mean, they come to my face, I say, you're a damn lie. And you've been lying to God's people for a long time. But now, either repent or you go on the way of all the rest. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you just tell them like that. All right. So we got that out. So, well, it's not over yet because they tell you one thing, but did you know about, they tell you one thing, they don't tell you everything. You know, they don't tell you everything. No, because all these people is about monies. That's what they're all about. They are about monies. And so when they talk about monies, oh, they rather hear that. Oh, yeah. But see, I go in the church house, it's gonna be worse than that. Keep watching. Keep watching. It's gonna be worse than that. And yeah, because they've been lying so long, they never saw God's face or really went after to seek God and waited on and sat still until God told them what to do. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. Well, well. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what the law of God said. All right, this is our father Abraham when our father Abraham was dying. Yeah. Oh yeah. Our father Abraham died. This is in the book of Jubilees, man. Go read the book of Jubilees. And then go read it, man. Just go read. Say before in his presence of men to exercise authority over the offspring of Zeth. Then your ways and the ways of your son will be justified, so that they should become a holy nation. See, that's us. So when you talk about false set, you got to go read the book of first and second book of Adam and Eve and see how false Seth was. Man, Satan didn't let up off our people. They just had 5 people that was left on that mountain because all the rest of them had went down there and it mangled with what that man named Cain children. And the Lord God told him not to mess with Cain children. Okay, all right, well. Just like this, look and say, this another one. He said, Jacob, be warned, do not take a wife for any offspring, the daughter of Canaan. For all his offspring are to be rooted out of the earth. See that? All his offspring should be rooted out. Yeah. Because of the transgression of Canaan erred, and all his offspring shall be destroyed from the earth, including the remnant of it. And none springing from him shall exist except on the day of judgment. Yeah. You see, for as for all the worshipful idols and the profane, there should be no hope for them in the land of the living, and no one on earth will remember them. For they shall descend into the abode of the dead, and they should go into a place of condemnation. As the children of Sodom was taken away from the earth, so will all those who worship idols be taken. That's right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You say, fear not, my son Jacob, be not dismayed, son of Abraham. May the Most High God preserve you from destruction, and may he deliver you from all the paths of error. That's what he said. And then he go on and tell us something. That's in the 22nd chapter of Jubilees. That's Father warning us, man. That's all our fathers know. Just warn us and warn us over and over again what not to do, who not to be with. All right. All right. So, oh man, this is our father Abraham. All right. Listen to what our father Abraham said. For father Abraham was perfect in all his deeds with the Lord, and well pleasing in righteousness in all the days of life. Yet he did not complete 4 jubilees in his life, when he had grown old because of the wickedness in the world, and it was full of his days. All the generation which shall arise from this time until the day of the great judgment shall grow old quickly before they complete 2 jubilees. They should grow old. Grow old quickly before they complete 2 jubilees. And their knowledge shall forsake them because of their old age, and all the knowledge shall vanish away. And because, man, I was wondering, see, man, and then you got all these sorcery and all these other things working against you, man. Working against these young people and everything, yeah. In those days, if a man lives a jubilee and a half of years, they shall say regarding him, he have lived a long and the greater part of his days. Say he have lived long, and the greater part of his days are pain and sorrow and hardship. And there is no peace, for calamity follows on calamity, wound on wound, and hardship on hardship, and evil deeds on evil deeds, illness on illness, and all judgment of destruction such as these, pile one on another, illness and overthrow, snow and frost and ice, and fever and chills, and mental and physical I would say, and let's say incapacity. Incapacity. Tongue tied, I can't say it. Well, physical can't say it. Gotta wait. And physical, oh man, it's physical incapacity. And famine and debt and a sword and captivity and all kinds of calamities and pain. And all these shall come on an evil generation which transgress on earth, their works and their uncleanness and fornication and pollution and abomination. And they shall say the days of our forefathers was many, lasting 1,000 years and were good. But the days of our life, a man lived a long life, 60 years and 10. And if he is strong, 80 years, and those evil, and there is no peace in the days of this evil generation. And in that generation, the sons shall convict their faults and their elders in sin and unrighteousness, and of the words of their mouth and the great wickedness which they perform concerning their forsaking the covenant which the Lord made between them and him. They shall observe and do all his commandments and his ordinances and all his laws without departing either to the right hand or to the left. That's what he said. That's what the Lord God said, man. I tell you, man, that's the time that you're living in right now. That is while Father Abraham had prophesied. He said, I'm going to repeat that. And the generation of sons shall convict their fathers and the elders of the sin and unrighteousness and of the words of their mouth and the great wickedness which they perform. And concerning their forsaking the covenant which the Lord made between them and him, they should observe and do all his commandments and his ordinances and all his laws without departing either to the left hand, without departing either to the right hand or to the left. God, excuse me, because once you get these people, evil and wicked teachings into you from your childhood, it's hard for you to get the out of it. Yeah. It's hard for you to get out of it. But once you get it out, it's out. You don't have to worry about it. For all have done evil, every mouth speaks sinfully, and all their words are unclean, and an abomination, and all their ways are pollution, uncleanness, and destruction. The earth shall be destroyed because of all their works. There shall be no fruit, seed of vine, no oil, for their actions are altogether faithless. They shall all perish together, beasts and cattle and birds and all the fish of the sea, because of the children of men. You know what Jesus said? And that's where that comes from. Jesus said, if I don't return, no life shall be saved. And you read, this is the prophecy telling you that he's going to destroy all life unless he come back. Yeah. They shall quarrel one with another, young men with the old with the young, the poor with the rich, the lowly with the great, the beggar with the prince, because of the law and the covenant. But they have forgotten the commandments in the covenant, the feasts and the months, the Sabbaths and jubilees and all the judgment. And that's what's happening now. But you got to worry about Jacob, Israel, Jacob's children are being woke. And that's what we do now. We keep we're not in the church house. We're not in no big Lord's gathering, but we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're keeping the covenant. He told you that it's going to be solitary. I just didn't read what Jesus said. Jesus said it shall be solitary that's going to enter into the gate. That's what Jesus said, man. You got, come on, bro. You know what your Lord God said. I just finished reading that to you in this book right here. In the Gnostic Gospels, Thomas, Mary, and John. This book right here. That's why I just finished reading that to you. It says the solitary should enter. And that's what we are. Solitary. All right. Okay. So that's the fight gonna go. That's why you have Christians fighting against the saints. Yeah, Christian fighting against the righteous. Christian fighting against those who are holy. You say, well, yeah, because you say, look, because you have to say, I'll read it to you again. You say the earth shall be destroyed because of their works. Wait a minute. let's see, they shall quarrel with one another, the young with the old with the young, the poor with the rich, the lowly with the great, the beggar with the prince, because of the law and the covenant. See, because of the law and the covenant. For they have forgotten the commandments. You know, they don't keep the commandments, not all the commandments. And the covenant, they don't keep the covenant. The feasts, and all those feast days, they don't keep them. And the months, the Sabbaths, the Jubilee, and all the judgment. They don't do it. And that's what the law of God told you. We're going to be against the saints of God. We're going to be against Israel, the righteous people. You people don't want you here. I'm going to get to that one day. Hopefully, the Lord God let me explain that to you and why they don't want you here. Okay, because you're not like them for one reason. But it's more to it than just that. It's more to that. I want to tell you, you might not believe it, but I'm going to tell it to you. They shall use swords in war and turn them back to the way, but they shall not return until much blood has been shed on the earth, one by another. Those who have escaped shall not return for their wickedness to the way of righteousness. But they shall all raise themselves to a high status through deceit and wealth, that they may each steal all that belongeth of his neighbor. And they shall name the great name of God, but not in truth, not in righteousness. And they shall defile the holy of holies with their uncleanness and their corruption and pollution. The false prophets. Yeah. Man, you didn't see the false prophet there? Let me read it to you again. You're going to see the false prophet. I'm going to read it to you again. Those who escape shall not return from their wickedness in the way to the way of righteousness, but they shall all raise themselves to a high status. Have they not done that? Through the deceit and wealth. See that? God wants you rich. God wants you to have money. Okay, what does it say? That they may each steal all that belongs of his neighbor, and they should name the great name of God, a false prophet. That was the prophet. That's why they always, the God wants you to have this, and the Lord wants you to have that, and the Lord wants you to be rich, the Lord wants to pay off your mortgage and all that different foolishness. God didn't tell you to do all that. All right. But not in truth, not in righteousness. They shall defile the holy of holies with their uncleanness and the corruption of their pollution. All those church house, synagogues, sanctuary, high places, temple, and tabernacle come out of her. They're polluted. Right? That's the prophecy saying that it was going to happen. And who they going to kill? When you go to the book of Revelation, I'm supposed to go there too, man. The book of Revelation tell you who they going to be killing. The saints. The saints are going to be what? Beheaded. Come on, man. Not Christian, the saint. Christian go take that mark and everything and say, oh, man, that don't mean that. Just go right on ahead. All right. Well, you're going to see. You're going to see. All right. A great punishment should come because of the deeds of this generation. The Lord will give them over to a sword and to judgment and to slavery and to plunder and consume. Have that not been done? He shall arouse the Gentile sinners against them, who have neither mercy nor compassion, who shall respect no one, neither old nor young, nor anyone, for they are more wicked, strong and evil than all the children of men. That's who you living in. That's the land. That's the people that he turned us over to. Oh, man, these people are wicked. I told you, man. I tell you over and over again, they don't have no respect for nobody and nothing. They gods of idol, gods of money, gods of wood, gods of stone. Look at it say. Listen to what it say. They shall use violence against Israel. Now that's us. And shall violate Jacob. That's us. That's us. And you know they have done that. And much blood shall be shed on earth, and there shall be none to gather the dead and none to bury. And I told you, I saw that earthquake. Man, nobody gonna come to your rescue like right now. Call 911. That's what I told you about the phone. None of that. None of that, bro. All right, well, let me finish reading till you think it's going to be like that. Yeah, well, let's see. They shall use violence against Israel, God's chosen people, God's black poor people. That's right. And they shall violate Jacob, all of us. All of us. When you say violate Jacob, I mean all of us. Much blood shall be shed on the earth. There shall be none to gather the dead and none to bury them. In those days they shall cry aloud and call and pray that they may be saved from the hand of the sinners. The Gentiles, but none shall be excluded, none shall be saved. It's on us now. Oh yeah. You might not think it's not. It is on us now. That's what's going on. Man, man, man. All this prophecy, all this was prophesied. All this was prophesied. I'm reading this prophecy. This is in the book of Jubilees. The book of Jubilees, the 23rd chapter. This was for the Abraham, before he died. I mean, well, right after his death, anyway. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's finish. Okay, so we know that's coming. But none should be excluded, none should be saved. All right. The heads of the children should be white with the heads of children should be white with gray hair like mine, and the children of 3 weeks shall appear like old men of 100 years old, and their works and their raw should be destroyed by hardship and oppression. So, yeah, I'm not that old, bro. I'm not that old. Mm-mm, I'm not. You can look at my eyebrows and look at my face, see that I'm not that old. But when I was, man, when I just hit 30, I just started getting 30. My mom said if I was to get deep into the Lord, and then my hair would become white. And so I got deep into the Lord, and my hair became white. That's what she told me. That's what it happened. Yeah, that's what she told me. Yeah. Uh, all right. In those days, children should begin to study the laws and seek the commandments and return to the path of righteousness. And that's what I did. That's why I got deep into the law. Got deep and learned what his covenant was, learned what his commandments are, learned what his laws are, learned, man, just those his statutes, his precepts. And I just started studying everything. The more I studied, the more he secluded me from everybody. Children, everything. He took it all. I mean, I gave it up all. That's what he tell you. If you love these things more than me, you're not worthy than me. And so when I gave that up, then he started revealing his secrets and his mysteries unto me. The more I kept his commandments, the more I kept his covenant, and then things started changing in my life. Because before this, man, I was, you know how you be. You be out there going good, and next thing you see, a pretty face, a fine figure. Or next someone come offer you monies for to do this, money for do that. And next thing you know, you're gambling, doing all type of foolishness. And going right back. But once you start keeping his commandments, covenant, they become all the foolishness and all that once. You're not going nowhere, man. You in it now. Yeah, so that's all I can do is tell you now. See, just like with those, just like when you read this, it tell you who gonna be killing you. Yeah. Who gonna be killing the saints? The Gentiles, the heathens, those who say they're Christians. All those people gonna be killing the righteous and the saints. It tell you that over and over again in the book of Revelation. It tells you that. Okay, well, you gotta listen to me. And the days shall begin to grow many, increase among the children of men until the days draw close to 1,000 years, and a greater number of these years than before the age was recorded. There shall be neither old men nor one who is aged, for all shall be children and youth. And their days shall be full, and they shall live in peace and joy, and they shall be neither Satan nor any evil destroyed, because all the days shall be the days of blessing and healing. That's 1,000 years should be a day, 1,000 years. And I told you like Evans, this pair, I can't remember his first name. Evans, I think it's Jimmy Evans. But anyway, he come on there talking like some prophet, talking like people gonna be in heaven. We're gonna be in heaven and living in under the fig tree and all. But that's a lie. The earth was meant to be inhabited, and you're gonna be on this earth, rebuilding the earth, restoring the earth until what? The judgment and law of God, until God comes and burns it back up. Man, gotta go read what it is. It says 1,000 years to be at a day, dead 1,000 years. What you think you're gonna be doing? That's why I say these people not doing what thus said the Lord. These people have the money, and the Lord God showed me, already showed me what we gonna be doing. Yes, he showed me. But why would I tell you? Tell me, why would I tell you? Come on, man. God said if I was hungry, I wouldn't tell you. But it's a beautiful thing. So when you get back to Bible forever keeping God's all commandments and keeping his holy covenant and living like the Lord God wants it, he reveals all these things to you. There'll be no secret, no mystery to you. All right, well, all I can do is give it to you like he said. But I know how you're gonna be here with 1,000 years. And at that time, at that time the Lord will heal his servants, and they shall rise up and see great peace, and drive out their adversary. The righteous should understand and be thankful and rejoice with joy forever and ever. Incapacity. See? Incapacity. I know it'll come to me. And they shall see all their judgment, all their curses enacted on their enemies. See? All unrighteousness. All that. That what Jesus told you. When you go read St. Matthew chapter 5, the blessings, beatitudes, and all those things, go read it, man. Their bones shall rest in the earth, and their spirits shall have much joy, and they shall know that it is the Lord who executes judgment, shows mercy to hundreds and 1,000 to all that love him. Moses write these words, write them and record them on the heavenly tablets for the testimony for the generation forever. And see, those who were the Seventh-day Adventists, Dr. Cox, or Cox, whatever you call yourself now, tell them, got so many books out there that the Lord go ahead. You call a book, add another book, the Book of Destruction. Add that to your list. Yeah. All right. So now I know I didn't went over. Don't worry about me going over. So now we got to go to man. I gotta give this out to you. The birthright. Yeah, the blessing and the curse, because everything is about prophecy. Everything's about prophecy. And these pastor, preachers, teacher, prophet, prophetess, or whatever they are, because they're evil and they're wicked, and you tell them who said they're evil and wicked. And they always tell you about the blessing of Jacob, always with that peace. Prophesied unto us peaceful thing, prophesied unto deceit. I'm not here to I'm here to tell you, thus say the Lord. That's right. Thus say the Lord, man. I'm scared of you, man. Satan shakes at me. And so I'm supposed to be afraid of you? Come on, man. Come on, man. Go mention my name to Satan and see what he does. Y'all, you know you're in contact with him. And see what he says. All right, let's go. We're going to the book of Jubilees. Because you got to know this. I'm going to be out chapter 26. Now, we're going all the way down. We're going all the way down to chapter 26. We're going to verse 25. We're going to start at verse 23. 23. Verse 23. No, we're going to start at the 22nd verse. May the Lord give you the dew of heaven and dew of the earth and plenty of corn and oil, and let nations serve you and the peoples bow down to you. Be ruler over your brother and let your mother's son bow down to you. And may all the blessings that the Lord has blessed me and blessed Abraham my father be imparted to you and to your offspring. And cursed be he that cursed you, and blessed be he that blessed you. It happened as soon as Isaac had made the end of the blessing his son Jacob, that Jacob had went away from Isaac, and his father hid himself. And all right, so that's the blessing. So when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, So when you go to Deuteronomy 28, it teaches you about the blessing. And the only reason why we are under the curse is because we had left off God's holy covenant. We stopped keeping God's holy covenant. We stopped keeping God's commandments. And so that's why all these curses, that's why we're in the land we're in and doing the things now. I just finished reading that to you. And what's going to happen at the end of this, and this have already started. Nobody can stop this. And no one can stop what they have already started. All right. Well, anyway, so that's what he told us. He said, and this forever, said, be ruler over your brother and let your mother's sons bow down to you, and may the blessing that the Lord blessed me and blessed Abraham my father be imparted to you and your offspring forever. Cursed be he that cursed you, and blessed be he that blessed you. But these people cursing you now. That's right, you're under the curse. You're under the curse, man. Go read Malachi, the 4th chapter of Malachi, and see if you're under the curse. Go read Deuteronomy chapter 20 and see why you're under the curse. Deuteronomy chapter 7. All right, but we're not into that. We come into this blessing. We come into the blessing of Esau. The blessing of Esau, because they always tell you about the blessing of Jacob, but they don't tell you about the blessing of Esau. So let's go ahead. So as it happened, soon as Isaac had made an end of his blessing, his son Jacob, Jacob went away from Isaac, and his father hid himself. Esau, his brother, came in from the hunting, and he also made a flavorful meat and brought it to his father. And Esau said, Father, let my father arise, eat my venison, that your soul may be blessed. Isaac, his father, said to him, Who are you? Esau said to him, I am your firstborn, your son Esau. I have done as you have commanded me. Now, the reason why it went down like that, Lord God made it go down like that. So when you read the book, he tell you what all the Lord God had parted, what all the Lord God had did, because you got to understand when it came time for them to learn, for the boys to learn, Esau and Jacob to learn, Jacob would go to Abraham. Yeah, Jacob would go to Abraham, whoever was with Abraham, and then learn the ways of God, learn the teachings of God, the law of God, learn the writings of the law of God, and all these things. But Esau didn't want to have nothing to do with that. Esau wanted to go out there hunting and doing all these different things. And so when you read the books, you find out what happened on the day that on the day of the lentil soup. And so, but you steady listen to these pastors and preaching, they turn the word any way they want because there's no God in them. No, they have a form of godliness denying the power. There's no God in those people. It's darkness that Satan children. All right, well, you don't have to believe me. You'll see when they start chopping your head off and talking about they're Christians. All right, let's go. All right. Well, they've been doing. They've been to all those hangers and stuff out there in them cold houses, and they'll get out there and hang one of Israel children like it was nothing and make a big party. They've been doing it. Okay, go all the way back to Father Abraham. Nimrod and them been doing this. And they'll hang him on a tree, and there'll be a big gathering, and looking at him be hung on a tree. This man haven't done nothing. He was one just because he Israel, one of God's chosen people. And that's what they'll do. They're still doing it right now and then. And then when they was found wrong to like Emmett Till, same thing. Emmett Till, same thing. When they found them, got those 12 Esau children, got around there. And then when they got around there, they know nothing was going to happen. Nothing didn't happen. Nothing happened. Those Esau children. That's what is going on. So when you go read, man, the second book of Adam and Eve, and get them, Genun. When you read that book, you'll see. And that's how you know these are the children of the devil. Okay, that was Cain children did it. And when Cain children finished doing it, Esau children did the same thing. Because it's an evil seed. All right, well, let's finish reading. So Isaac was greatly surprised and said, Who is he that has hunted and caught and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before you came, and have blessed him, and he should be blessed, and all his offsprings forever. It happened when Esau heard the words of his father Isaac, he cried with a very loud and bitter cry, and said to his father, Bless me also, Father. Bless me also, Father. So when you see the coronavirus and all this going around, there's a lot to that. I don't care if it's man-made or not. The law God permitted to happen. There's a reason and purpose for everything under the sun, whether it be good or whether it be bad. Okay, well, let's finish reading and we'll find out about it. Isaac said to him, Your brother came with trickery and have taken away your blessing. He said, Now I know why his name is Jacob. Behold, he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and now he has taken away my blessing. But we know he didn't take away his birthright. It was given unto him. Okay, now you have taken away the blessing. All right. That wasn't even taken away from him, because when you read the book, the law of God tells you, I did it. The law of God tells you he did it. All right. Esau said, Have you not reserved a blessing for me, Father? And Isaac answered and said to Esau, Look, I have made him your Lord, and all his brethren I have given him for servants. I have strengthened him with plenty of corn and wine and oil. Now what shall I do for you, my son? See, that's the blessing. Corn, wine, and oil. But you don't want that. You want idols. Oh yeah, you gotta have this type of car and these type of ring and this type of gold bracelet, this type of silver bracelet, this type of makeup, this type of tattoo, these type of eyelashes. Come on, bro. Them demons, those demons that you worship. Yeah, when you go to this book right here, I'm gonna be gone soon enough. See, when you go to this book here, the Testament of Solomon, when you go to the book of Testament of Solomon and read about those different demons, and then you see that these people are serving this different demons. Better than that, when you go to the book, I mean, I have the book right now. I'm not going to. So when you go read the book of Enoch, and when you read the book of Enoch, I think it's in chapter 8, or anyone else chapter, that you see these demons, the ones who brought this technology, the technology of killing, technology of making bracelets, ornaments, just like I told you once again, this technology that I'm on right now, the technology of the cell phone, the computers, the supercomputer, the quantum computer, and all like that, those are technology of demons, of fallen angels technology, the vehicles that you drive and all that come from fallen angels, man. What you think? Man, when you listen to which I understand T.G. Jake don't know nothing about it, but he speak on it like he does know everything about it. So when he speak upon talking about when he speak upon, see, he's not talking, he's speaking upon how you are not in the room where changes come about, you're being left behind and all that foolishness. All he's really saying, now he doesn't know this, but all he's really telling you, say these demons are constantly evolving. These demons are constantly trying to bring you up to the status that they are. But he don't see it that way. When the Lord God isn't like that. Well, I mean, all I can do is give it to you like that. Because they make all these different new weapons of war come from demons. That's demon technology. Ray guns and sonic weapons and all that's demon technology. Now, you don't have to believe me. All you have to do is go read it and find out where these things come from. All right. Well, let's finish go. It say, Esau, have you not a blessing for me, father? And Isaac answered and said to Esau, look, I have made him your Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for serving. I have strengthened him with a plenty of corn, wine, oil, that what shall I do for you, my son? Esau said to Isaac, his father, have you only one blessing, father? Please bless me also, father. Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac answered and said to him, far from the dew of the earth should be your dwelling, and far from the dew of heaven from above. Now this is his blessing. So when you go in Moab, the Seir Mountains and all those things, and how you spread out all through old world, Edom, Taurus, all these different people, look at the color of their skin. Look at the color of their skin. Look at know and see what they are doing. Then you know that all these people are Esau children. And all right, let's finish reading it then. Because you know, I mean, I'm just a liar. What? Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Isaac answered, said, far from the dew of heaven should be your dwelling, and far from the dew of heaven from above. See? These people don't care nothing about that. By your sword would you live, and you will serve your brother. It shall happen when you have become great and do shake his yoke from off your neck, you will sin completely and commit a sin worthy of death, and your offspring should be rooted out from under him. And that's what's going on now. Yeah, you see this virus and stuff coming around. When you find out this is something that came from man, and you find out who done it and why they have done it and why they're doing it, and man, then you're gonna start seeing, because just like in the dream I said, it's all about control. It's always about, they can't destroy Israel. You can't wipe out. They tried. Oh yeah, they tried. They still try. Oh yeah, all this virus and all these different things that they're doing, all of that is against who? Israel. But our people don't understand that. And so when our people start understanding that and get back in the bonds of forever covenant, well, I don't give it this much. So when you start understanding and start keeping all God's commandments and get back in bonds of forever covenant, then when you say, blessed are those that bless you and cursed are those that curse you, I'm going to get a little deep into that some other time. And so now you start back getting your blessings, and everything what they're doing, they try to bring up against you, it's not going to do nothing. It's not going to work. And they're going to be turned back on themselves. Why? Because that's the part of the blessings and the curse. Go find out what's going on. Find out why they're trying to get you off the face of the earth. Because righteousness is going to rule it all when it's over with. All I can do is tell you again now. And so now you know they completely own everything. That's what they're dreaming about. I'm telling you, they own everything. They control everything. They have everything. Come on, man. Come on, bro. That's what this is about. And then you're going to find out this is about a big jack, a big money play. You're going to find that out. You're going to find that out also. So all these things coming up together, man. Satan then worked his work. And now he ready for like they say, now you getting ready for the finale. That's what he's getting ready for, the finale. And you're not paying attention to everything, but you don't have to pay attention. As long as you're keeping God's holy commandments and backing the bonds forever covenant and doing what thus say Lord, you got to worry about anything these people are doing. That's what, when you go to the book of King David, tell you 10,000 fell on my right, 10,000 on my left, and I was in the middle, and nothing happened to me. Come on, bro. That's what this is about. All right, so let's go. Okay, it should happen that when you become great, which they have become great, Tyrus and the Romans and all them, they own everything, and do shake his yoke from off your neck, because you know what they need it with their servants. You will sin completely and commit a sin worthy of death. See that? Oh yeah, because so you gonna tell me that if a man that put out this virus and then killed all these people all over the world, but he gonna do something worse than that. It's always something worse that he gonna do. What do you say? And your offspring, should be rooted out from under the heaven. Esau kept threatening Jacob because of the blessing and father blessing and he said in his heart, may the days of mourning for my father come now so that I may kill my brother. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, all I can do is give it to you as the law God has given to me. Oh, man, I know I went way beyond. And, man, be patient, bro. Don't have no short attention span. And learn, man. Take your time and listen. Listen, man, when you listen to me, God will automatically bless you because you're listening to me. And then you can go, man, look. I'm just trying to give it to you before these things come to pass. Know that these things come to pass. Listen, this is the book of Enoch. You go to the book of Enoch and go to chapter 8. And say, book of Enoch, chapter 8. Look what it says. And Azazel, the fallen angel Azazel, taught men to make swords, knives, shields, breastplates, and taught them about the metals of the earth and the art of working them, the bracelets, the ornament to use autonomy, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of precious stones, and all color of dye. That's everything these women wear and put all this play on. That's what they are. And there was great impiety. And they turned away from God and committed fornication. They were led astray and became corrupt in all their ways. And that's what's going on right now. Listen, let me say. Simon J. taught the casting a spell, root cutter. Amorous taught counter spell, releasing from spell. Barajael taught astrology. Corabel taught the constellation and portent. Expoel, the knowledge of the cloud. Erica, the signs of the earth. Shemazel, the signs of the suns. Sarah, of course, the moon, and the men perished, and they cried and went up to heaven. So that's what's going on right now. Man, these demons haven't man, let me see if I can get this last one to you. And then I'm out, man. Yeah, well, because nothing else you could, man, if I tell you how much how many prophecy had to be filled. See, just like that prophecy I just finished reading to you about Esau prophecy. And well, we know that prophecy has been completed. Okay. Well, you see when they start chopping off in that. All right, so let's see. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I can find it. Oh, if I can find it, I'll tell you. All right. This we see. This we see. And the fifth was named Khadijah. Ever say Khadijah? Kasdeja. Khadijah. This is who showed the children of men all the wicked smiting blows of the spirits and demons, and the smiting blows of the embryo in the womb, that it may pass away, in the smiting blows of the soul, the bites of the serpent, the smiting blow was before it through the midday heat, and the sons of the serpent of Tambrit. And that's the record say. Then of course, I didn't read all that to you. Told you, I didn't read all that to you. That's in the book of Enoch. This is not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. And I'm Elijah. Until next time.